All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Happy Saturday night. God bless you guys. I'm super excited. I was trying to do something different. Y'all know StreamYard done added a new little play, how we can go live on Instagram at the same time, but it didn't work out. I'll find out what's going on, but I'm so excited to be on with you all tonight. Welcome to tonight's annual Masterclass Vision 2024. I am Brianna Anderson, and I'm super excited to be on with you guys tonight. I hope you guys are ready to elevate. I pray you guys are having a phenomenal last month of the year. Like, you know, this is the last month of the year, and I'm super excited to see so many of you guys are jumping on. I see you. God bless you. Hello. Listen, I hope everybody got their pen and their paper tonight, because listen, we are about to go higher. Y'all know I love a masterclass. I love a time together. I love just a time to come. And let me just drop an FYI, okay? This is not a business training, all right? I want to make sure I make that very clear tonight, that so everybody can know that this is absolutely not a business training. Oh, thank you so much. Who is that? God bless you. Is that Dr. Smile, aka Auntie Roz? Blessings to you. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Listen, I'm excited. I see some new people on tonight. I want to welcome you guys. And I see some of my good friends and girlfriends who's jumping on. The bosses are in the house. God bless you, everybody. I'm excited, guys. I'm not going to keep you guys on long tonight, because I got to do some stuff with the kids, some activities my daughter wants to do. But welcome to tonight's 2024 annual masterclass. My name is Brianna Anderson. For those of you who do not know, I am the solutionary. Y'all know who I am. I really don't have to do like an introduction, because I'm not really big on all of that. But for those of you guys who are new, I just want to say welcome. If somebody invited you to tonight's call, make sure you drop their name in the chat so that we can tell them thank you so much. And do me a favor, like, share, and tag on this video. You know, I had to do something different because I was trying to go on Instagram, so I went public, so you can actually share this video if you're on social media. But if you are live in the webinar room, I want to tell you thank you so much for joining. You guys, when I host these annual, you know, this is the 4th masterclass that I've done every single year. I hold them at the end of the year every single year. And I'm gonna be honest with you all, the masterclasses don't always be for you. Sometimes it's for me. Like a lot of things that I do, I will be really honest with you. One of my success secrets is that what I do for you, I do for myself. And so not only do I share these masterclasses and I give you real life just transparency on how I live my everyday life. Like success for me is natural. Elevation for me is natural. Abundance for me is natural, but it's also supernatural. And so when I do these master classes every year, I kind of want to take you into the spiritual aspect of my life, because a lot of people know me as the business mastermind. Like a lot of people know me as maybe big in the credit industry. A lot of people don't know how saved I am. A lot of people don't know that, you know, I'm very heavily involved in ministry. A lot of people don't know that side of me, but that is the side that actually catapults my business every single year. Like that's the side of me, excuse me, that ensures that I have success every single year. And so when you guys are on here, I don't want you all to take this as another masterclass. Matter of fact, let's just erase that word masterclass. Tonight is really a conversation, because I really want to talk to you guys about what your future looks like. You know, what your future looks like. You know, you could have been anywhere else tonight. You know, it's raining, pouring down raining where I am, but you could have been anywhere else tonight, but you're here. And I want to acknowledge those of you who said to themselves, you know what, I make the decision today. Like, drop that in the chat. I make the decision on today that this is absolutely the lowest place in my life that I will ever be. Now, hear this statement that I just said, because a lot of that statement goes over a lot of people's head when I say that. When I say that, a person may think, oh, something, Brianna, is something wrong with you? No, listen to what I just said. I said this absolutely will be the last year that I'm at this low, this is the lowest place of my life I will ever be. All right. I say things like that every single year because I make an official declaration that where I am right now is not the top, right? Where I am right now is not the top. Where I am right now is nowhere near the end of what God has for me. And so I say little things like that to get your mind unlocking and focus, because honestly, if we can really remove that word masterclass and training, because honestly, you will never be able to master life because we didn't create life, right? We're not the creator of our life. But if you got about 30 to 45 minutes on tonight, I really want to share with you my goal. Here's the thing, guys. My goal tonight is to really help you change whatever negative perspective is that's stopping your growth every single year. So whatever negative perspective that may be, or maybe you have a positive perspective, but the results are not still there. My goal is tonight is, remember, this is not it's just for entrepreneurs, right? I want to make sure I make that very clear. This is not just for entrepreneurs or just business owners. Tonight's masterclass that I do every single year is for the everyday person. All right. It's for the everyday person. So I don't care if you don't have a business, right? I don't care if you're not an entrepreneur, if if you're not a CEO, it doesn't matter to me. You still have to have a plan for your life. And so I can only share with you the success principles. Somebody drop in the chat principles. That word principles, you guys are going to hear me say that a lot tonight. Success, principles, these are the things, abundance. These are the things that I say on a consistent basis every single day to make sure my mind understands that I have not been giving over to the spirit of poverty. I have not been given over to a place of lack. Like I don't see limitations. I don't see low expectations. I don't see lack. I don't see poverty. Like I don't see scarcity. What I see is what God sees, right? What I see is what God sees. And I want you guys to grab your pen and paper real fast, because I'm telling you, you want to write this down. What I see is what God sees. And that has to be the top priority all year. All right. The top priority all year is what I see. Is that the same thing God is seeing? And so I share with you all success principles. I wrote this book a couple of years ago, Dominate Your Year, a step-by-step guide to crushing your goals and reaching new heights. Every single year, I want to come on and share with you guys for free the spiritual strategies that I use to really implement to crush my goals, right? I want to encourage you with the thought patterns that I have every single day, right? Not just at the beginning of the year, because I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. Like I don't believe in New Year, I'm going to do this start January 1st. I know the reason why I do these before the new year is because you got to make a decision to start right now. If you put off today's success for tomorrow, guess what's going to happen? When tomorrow comes, you're going to push it off again and again and again. And so tonight, I even want to encourage you with some thought patterns that I have, some mechanisms that I use in my everyday life to continuously reach new heights. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a superwoman, right? I have good days and I have bad days. But I can honestly say that every single goal that I write down for myself, every single goal that I've ever spoken in the atmosphere, every single thought that I've ever seen myself at a place other than where I currently am right now, guess what has always happened? It has always manifested. And this is not new age. I ain't talking about crystals and none of that. I'm talking about I literally walk into the vision that God has for my life. And so for those of you who are joining this masterclass, I'm telling you right now, 1 or 2 reasons why you're on. Number 1, there's a call of God on your life. Number 2, you're the generational wealth builder in your family. You're the generational curse breaker in your family, right? Number 3, maybe you're the third person. You just dropped on this call and you don't even know what's going on. But what I'm saying to you is resonating with you because you know that you should be so much further. Or maybe that there's something that you need to do, something that you need to accomplish, something that you got to stop playing with. See, I made a conscious decision about 10 years ago that I will no longer play with my potential. I made a conscious decision years and years ago that I will no longer invest in everything else but me. I want you guys to understand this. You are a direct result of the investments of yourself that you make. You are the direct result of how you put yourself where you see yourself. And listen to what I'm saying. Some of us put everything else first and we put ourselves on the bottom. And so the results of our life, guess what happens? It looks like it's on the bottom. So tonight is not about money, okay? It's not about business growth. It's about you. Because truth be told, money follows you, all right? Your business, it follows you. Your family, your future, it follows you. Your bloodline, guess what? It follows you. If you're watching me right now, I can guarantee you there is a demand on your life for something great, like something powerful. And you want to know how I know is because that's all I attract, okay? You see, you will attract what you become or what you allow to happen in your life. And over the last 10 years of my life, I conditioned myself to only attract success. Hear me. I conditioned myself, Jada. I conditioned myself, Dr. Smile, Marlene, Cedric. I've conditioned myself, Miss Porter, to only attract abundance and success in my life. I only attract people who have in them either what I'm operating in, listen to me, either what I'm currently operating in or what's on the inside of them. Well, let me reverse that. I only attract people who what I'm operating in is on the inside of them and they want it to come out. Or I only attract people when there is something on the inside of me and they're already walking in it and it needs to come out of me. See, that's how impartation works. Listen to me. Real impartation, real iron sharpening iron is when you can understand that your elevation is locked into somebody else. When you understand this, listen, if you knew all of the answers, you would not be where you are today. Come on, that's the type of training I get from my 8-figure coaches. Stretch 6 figures, 8 figure. Where you are, Brianna, if you knew all the answers, listen to me, if you knew all the answers, you would be so much further than where you are right now. If you knew everything that it took to be whatever God has shown you, you can be. Guess what? You will already be there. Why are you not there? I ask myself that every single year. And that's how I got so committed. Listen to me. I'm finna drop some spiritual nuggets for you. That's why I got so committed to believe in the plan that God has for my life. See, truth be told, if I can be honest with you, it's been hard for you to elevate and go to the next level because your mindset is not in the same place as God. Listen to me. Your mindset, and our mindset can never be in a place where God is because we'll never be where he is. Let's just be clear about that. But if we're not on one accord, listen to me. If we're not on one accord with God, if we're not on one accord with the plans and the purposes that he has for us. I don't know where I'm going here with this, but if we're not on one accord with the future that he has for us, if we're not on one accord with the blessings that he has for us, the opportunities and the open doors, if we expect, hear me, if we expect or if we accept anything other than that, hear me, we will never see the results that God intended for us to see. You see, I can remember, listen. I can remember being that 15-year-old high school dropout single teen mom. I can remember working those 2 minimum wage jobs where I was making $4.75 per hour. I can remember when everybody else, all of my friends was walking across the stage and going to the proms and doing all this and that, people were around me telling me that my life was over. I can remember those days like it was yesterday. I'm just here to tell you, I had to make a conscious decision. I can remember when I first got my first corporate job in corporate America and I left it. I up and left it. I can remember when people called me crazy, when they said, girl, what are you thinking, girl? And I began to tell them, let me tell you guys something. The same people that can make him a billionaire, the owner of the company, I got the same capability to have people like that making me billions. Come on, see, I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but I want to elevate some of y'all thinking. I'm being honest. I want you to see yourself where God sees you because you all year you've been playing real small. Okay, let's just be honest. All year, you've been playing real small. You look at yourself as a small business. You see yourself as just starting out. You say, you know what, as long as I got food on the table, as long as I got clothes on my back, as long as I got, food on the table, what's the other one? Shoes on my feet, all this and that. And listen to me. I'm not saying that nothing is wrong with that. But what I'm here to tell you guys is whatever you settle for, God will allow you to have. Oh God, listen, this is a spiritual principle. I'm about to get into this, guys. Understand this, you attract what you become, and I condition myself to only attract success. Now, success is a progressive realization of a worthy idea or goal that you have. That's how I define success. It is a progressive realization of a worthy idea or goal that you have, I have. Listen to me. I want you not only to take notes tonight, but the first thing I want you to do to write this down for the New Year's is that you are going to take accountability. Come on, drop in the chat accountability. You are going to take accountability. Listen to me. Accountability, one definition, is the obligation or the willingness to accept responsibility for one's actions. Now, stop right there. That's one of the definitions of accountability. See, a lot of people, listen, they want the money, but they run from the work. Okay, they want the results, but they run from the work. Hear me. Another word for definition for accountability is when somebody force you to do what you know you need to do. That's Coach Breonna Anderson definition right there. When somebody has to force you to do what you know you should be doing. See, I can tell you right now, your year is going to look exactly like 2023 if you don't take accountability for yourself. If your accountability is in anybody else's hands, listen to me, your accountability can't be in nobody's hands, Suzette, Tasha, but you. Keyword, obligation. Until success becomes your obligation, everything you do in your life that's not connected to the overall success goal is wasted time and wasted energy. Hear me. When I learned that, y'all, man, listen, when I learned that I was stopping the plans of God when I realized that because God placed me here for a purpose, and because there is purpose not just on me, but in me, and I'm a part of somebody else's purpose, when I realized that I'm a part of God's plan for the earth, when I realized that there are so many people and so many generations connected to me, I start seeing accountability differently. Listen to me, and I'm going to go to the scripture a little bit, and if you don't read your Bible, just hear the word of the Lord. Listen, think about Adam. I guarantee you, if Adam had knew just how far generations, listen to me, behind him would have been affected by the decision that he made by disobeying God, do you think he would have ate from the fruit of the tree? Come on, who am I talking to right now? See, you got to make it your obligation to understand that your future and your priority and your success must become a mandate on your life. See, it ain't a mandate on your life if you can pick it up and put it down when you feel like it. Who am I talking to tonight? If you can pick up and put down your calling, if you can pick up and put down your metro rule, your metron, your idea, your goal, your influence, if you can pick it up and put it down every so blue moon, guess what? It ain't in you yet, and you have not taken accountability. Who am I talking to right now? I mean, so many people say, Breonna, I should be doing this. I should be here. I should be here. And you know the number one thing that I say? Okay, you should be, so what's stopping you? You should be there, so you see it. Vision is not the problem for you, but what's the blueprint? So I'm going to challenge some little religious quotes on something. People with the wrong doctrine or with a poverty mindset, they say things like, my success is in God's hand. No, it's not. Listen to me. No, it's not. And yes, I'm up for it. Let's debate on it. People who say, I'm going to sit around and wait to God do it. Listen to me. I'm telling you what I've seen in my life. That is the biggest, listen to me, that is the biggest and most laziest excuse I've ever seen, especially from people in ministry. People with the wrong, either there's the wrong doctrine or the poverty mindset. Listen to me. Success, and this perspective is the number one reason why people have a hard time being successful. People have a hard time being successful because on the inside of them, everything that's operating is against God's success for their life. All the words that they say, all of the thought patterns that they have, all of the mechanisms and the principles, and no discipline how they live their life. There's no discipline. There's no blueprint. Listen to me. There's no roadmap. All these things resist the plan of God. Watch this. Listen to what I'm telling you. Success for God's chosen people was never designed to be hard after God's decree. Okay, his decree in Deuteronomy 8:18. Behold, I give you power to get wealth. Or another translation says to be successful. It said before then, but do not forget the Lord thy God, because it was him who has given you these things, the power, these things. But watch this. Who has the power? Who has the power if it's been given? Who has it been given to? See, if our success was in God's hand, do you really think we would have a lot of poor people? Do you really think we would have wars? Do you really think that we would have third world countries barely surviving? No, because success is a principle. The minute God opened up his mouth and he spoke that, behold, I have given it unto you. Listen to me, a principle is a fundamental truth or proposition that serves a foundation or a system. In other words, it becomes a law. What God speaks about you, listen to me, it becomes a law. Where he opens up his mouth and says concerning your future, concerning your life, concerning your destiny, it becomes a law. Let me tell you, the average person is reading this every single day. The average person is at church every Sunday, every Wednesday. The average person is preaching this day in and day out, but what's on the inside of them is contrary to the real plan of God. Now I know I just shifted there and went somewhere, but I felt a pull. Somebody needed me to tear up that sacred cow in them, because you keep apologizing for your success. You keep apologizing for writing down big goals and dreams. Do you not know $1 million is nothing to God? Do you not know being a billionaire and a millionaire is nothing unto God? Do you not know that doesn't even compare to nothing? He doesn't equate that to anything. That's just world materialism. Hear me. You got to understand this. It is God's perfect plan. Listen, it is his will and it is in his plan for you to be successful. Hear me. Many people right now, if you don't understand that right now, you're going to have a hard time with success in the new year. The Bible says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not. Listen, into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will what? Direct your path. Write this down. 2024 will be the year that God will direct your path. But first, your step is to get on the path. Listen, he cannot guide you if you're not where you're supposed to be. Listen, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, if you're not where you're supposed to be, how can he guide you? Listen to me. Jonah kept running from where God was telling him to go. He was running from the plan and the call of God on his life to free a people. And because of Jonah's disobedience for so long, those people that he was called to, the plan of God was held up. Listen to me. You got to get on the path. You have to get on the right path. What does that look like? Does that look like changing the way that you think? Does that look like your environment shifting? Does that look like working on your self-esteem, your confidence? What does that look like? That looks like eliminating all limiting beliefs that's stopping you from going and growing. See, you got to begin to ask yourself, what's the limiting factor that has me in this cycle every single year? What's the limiting factor that had me robbing Peter to pay Paul? I'm struggling check to check. My biggest prayer is that I can pay a light bill or water bill. What's stopping? This year I accomplished a goal. I invested in gold this year and silver And I'm so excited about investing in new commodities and just things in my life that I never thought I'd own. I was just looking at my collection today, and I was like, oh my God, you know, my goals are no longer to pay my bills. My goal is to create a legacy, to build generational wealth. My goal now is to show people that I don't care where you are right now, it's the lowest place that you will ever be if you only get your mind right. If you only get your mind right. If you only put yourself and see yourself what God sees you. Now let's look at why vision is so important, because this is the Vision Masterclass. Why having a blueprint is so important. Write this down. The blueprint is essential. You can't have vision without a blueprint. And most people who do vision boards, and most people who write out their goals every single year, and most people who say they're going to do this, they're going to plan this, the reason why 83% studies show that no goal isn't accomplished is because there's no blueprint or roadmap behind it. Having a blueprint is essential. Having a goal, listen, is basic. It's elementary. Matter of fact, it's kindergarten. It's pre-K, baby. You got to have a blueprint. That's essential. Write this down. In order to be successful, your vision, your strategy, and your roadmap, it must not only be understood, but it must also be aligned. You got to align yourself. Listen, you got to align the three, and then you got to also align yourself. Watch this. You can't have a vision. You can't have a vision to make $10,000 a month next year and you don't even have a business right now. How is that going to align? Come on, let's be realistic. Let's drop realistic expectations tonight, because we're not going into 2024 just saying stuff and knowing it ain't gonna come to pass. Come on, how do you expect to be a multi-millionaire in a year? Listen to me. If you're afraid to invest $500 to learn a skill set where you will never be broke another day in your life, I just want to ask somebody that tonight it will never work. Why? Because that vision and that strategy doesn't align. See, I want to tell you guys something on tonight. It wasn't the big things that changed my life. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It wasn't the big, huge things. And we got about 15 more minutes. It wasn't the big things that changed my life and transformed my life. It was those small things that I caught that I was never taught. These are things that I watched other successful people live. I watched other successful people do. These are things that I implemented. What quickly wasn't working for me, I quickly eliminate. I'm fast. I'm slow to remain the same. You have to be. I say this saying all the time, and now that I'm talking is words, but you have to be quick to change and slow to remain the same. Right? Listen to me. You got to be quick to change and slow to remain the same. You can't keep praying for a different result, but you do the same thing. Come on. We have to be quick to change and slow to remain the same. And so write this down. You got to be in alignment. You need a daily routine. And I'm not just talking about the gym and all that, etc. I'm talking about what you say and how you think. You got to begin to transform your mindset from the inside out. Listen, you need a clear mindset strategy. Some of you all going through 2024, you may need to erase every single goal you've written down if it's related to anything outside of a clear mindset strategy. This is the key for winning in life and in business. Understand this. Most people right now, and it's been proven over and over again, that your mindset will affect every area in your life. Your mindset will affect every area in your life. If you don't believe me, just think about it. It affects your children. It affects your spouse. It affects your family. How you see and how you think, how you react. It affects everybody in the room. It affects everybody you're connected to. And if you don't have a clear mindset strategy, listen to me. If you don't understand that everything is energy, y'all, listen to me. Everything is energy. That's why sometimes when people be saying something, I quickly say, oh, you know what? I don't receive that. I don't believe that. But if that's how you feel, then good for you. Only because what I welcome in my life will grow. What I welcome in my life will take root. What I welcome in my life, my husband told me something so powerful today. He said, babe, I just realized why you just, you just be into it. Like you just do it. It's in me. Whatever I welcome in my life has taken root and it has grown. And so I have to continue to water it. That seed, that plant of success that's on the inside of me, I got to continue to water it. That abundance mindset in my life, I got to continue to water it. There were seasons in my life where I went through a strong deliverance of saying words and thinking thought patterns. I would never say I'm broke. I stopped saying it costs too much. Like I removed different things out of my vocabulary because it was passed down in my bloodline. Hear me. It was passed down in my bloodline. And so all the while, I've started, you value money more than you value yourself. And so what you start doing is start seeing value worth more than you. And so you devalue you, and money is only a tool. Money is only a tool to get you from A to B. Money is only a tool to use in the world. Nothing else. Money is only a tool. As fast as it comes, as fast as it leaves, it'll come right back when you have the system of money. When you have the foundation to understand how the system of money works, how the system and the foundation of wealth works, you will never be broke another day in your life, but your mindset will stop you. Hear me. Your mindset will stop you. The way you think doesn't change overnight. But I'm here to tell you guys something. There's some things that you can implement in your life today. People that I help every single day, I help them develop a growth mindset. I help them understand why they can't grow. What's limiting their mind? I say things to people and it be so basic to me, but to them it's life, because their mind have been in so many chains and they've been in bondage for so long that they don't even see themselves worthier than one step ahead of where they are right now. I had a lady tell me the other day, she said, my goal, if I could just really make, I said, well, how much does it take you to live in a month? What's your yearly? How much does it take for you to live in a month? She said, well, all of my bills and everything, it takes about $1,200. I said, so you mean to tell me it takes about $1,200 for you to live? How much does it take for you to be free? She said, what do you mean? I said, not pay your bills. You said so much, but you didn't really include the biggest factor is your freedom. The biggest factor is your freedom. How much does it take you to be free in your life? She said, I never thought about that. I said, and you want to know why you've always struggled to meet ends meet? Because that's been your expectation. But listen to me, y'all. When you break a limited, see, that's a limited belief a lot of people don't know they have. That's why you got to get a coach and mentor, because there are certain principles and systems that we're operating in, and it's keeping our success away. It's making us harder and harder to tap into that place of abundance because it's our belief system. It's off track. And so when I say, well, let's talk about your freedom number. Factor in your vacations. Factor in, doing extra things for your children. Be able to financially help your family. Start factoring things that's going to make you feel good, because trust me, God doesn't have you in this world to feel bad. Listen to me. It feels good when I can be a lender, not the borrower. I remember days where I had to keep borrowing, but I remember days where I couldn't take a vacation. I remember days when my cars were up for repossession and I couldn't pay my rent. I remember the days when I was begging a man for money. I remember those days. What? I don't never want to go back. I started getting myself in the best rooms. I started putting myself under the best coaches and mentors. Tell all that, I started getting massive deliverance because I wanted to remove every limitation off me that would stop me from seeing myself how God sees me. Listen, write this in the chat. It's time to elevate. It is time to elevate. It is time. What does that look like for you? Ask yourself this. If I was really all year held accountable, what would that look like for me? Who would I be? Right? Not what I have. I'm past material things. Come on. I'm past that stuff. Who will I be? Who would this person be? Have you just asked yourself, have you ever just envisioned yourself as a different person, the free you, the successful you, the loving you, the secure you, listen, the confident you? Have you ever just imagined that person, how that person will be? Listen, have you just imagined experiencing the life that you want to live? Get that picture in your head and think about it. What does that look like for you? Ask yourself, if I had a full year of accountability, somebody to help me to reprogram my mind, what does that look like? If you saw the results from thinking differently, if you saw the results from acting differently and really activating principles and things that will automatically change your life. That's called accountability. What would that look like to you? See, it's time to align accurately. What was 6 months? What would 30 days look like for you? You know, what was 60 days? I remember a 30-day transformation for me changed my life. Just being honest. I did a 30-day transformation last year in July. August, I had my first $50,000 month ever before. I've made well over 7 figures. I have. But I've made $50,000 in a year. I've had way more than that. But I've never made that in a month. And I've never made that in like 2 days. And so what happened was last year, I took myself through a 30-day transformation. And it wasn't all business. It wasn't all skill set. It wasn't all marketing. It was my mind. It was my mind. I took myself through a full renewal. I really wrote down and I started activating principles in me for the next level that I was sharing with other people. But I knew it was time for me to dive into it and take it higher. Somebody say elevate. And so I did it for 30 days. As my husband, I committed myself. I committed my words. I committed my actions. I committed everything about me. And guess what happened? That 30-day changed my life. So let me ask you, what would that do to you? What does that look like for you? How does that feel for you to have an abundance mindset? How does that feel for you to know that you will never be broke another day in your life? How does that look to you? How would that feel to you? Stepping into 2024, those conversations differently, those rooms that you're in are differently, those people that you're aligning with accurately are differently. See, in 2024, I don't want to just help people in business. I do that so well right now. Like I do that with my eyes closed. I want to help the everyday person transform into a brand new person. If you get my emails, you know that my tagline is transforming mindsets, businesses, and bank accounts. See, the biggest testimonials that move my heart are not about money, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I don't even post half of the money testimonials or people in business that I mentor, I coach. I hardly don't even post their testimonies more than I post personal testimonials. Those inboxes that say, girl, that one sentence you said last night changed my life, or last year working with you 30 days transformed my entire being. See, everything around you changed when you change. It's been proven over and over that your mindset affects your success in every area of your life. But the way that you think, it don't change overnight, y'all. I want to show you, for those of you guys who are watching me tonight, I want to show you all how to develop a growth mindset, okay? I want to show you how to activate an abundance mindset. I want to show you not just entrepreneurially, not just success, but I want to show you how to really walk into that transformation in your life, how to elevate in every area. I'm going to show you how to overcome that imposter syndrome. Listen, that inner critic in you that's so harsh that every day, one day you're up, the next day you're down. 1 minute you're ready to conquer the world, the next minute you're frustrated. You know, 1 minute you're feeling good, you're feeling great. The next minute you're saying it ain't in God's plan. Listen to me. That's an imposter syndrome. That'll keep you stuck. That'll keep you limited. That will stop you from taking action. Listen to me. That's called imposter syndromes. And so many people are balancing that right now. They're thinking it's the devil, and it's not. It's that inner critic in you is destroying everything on the inside of you that God has placed in you. But it don't got to be that way. That's why success is hard for so many people. People are working backwards. They want the money before they want the transformation. They want the success before they want the elevation. But with the mindset shift, listen to me, with the elevation, with the inside transformation, with the inner peace, listen, my life is peace, joy, and happiness. Peace, joy, and success comes to me easily and frequently. I don't have to brag or boast. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I can be doing anything else tonight. Success comes to me easily and frequently. Like I can write a book. I can write a book. Just how fast I can think of it and it comes. I can do a show to show a person how to transform their mindset where I don't care if you got 2 pennies to your name, how to see yourself as a multi-millionaire and billionaire in the making. If that's you, listen to me. I am launching my Elevate community. It is not for entrepreneurs, just entrepreneurs. It's not for just business owners. It's for the everyday person who's ready to transform their life in ways they've never imagined. I'm going to offer you accountability. I'm going to give you the support that you need. I'm going to give you the strategy that you need for the entire year. Listen to me. For the entire year of 2024, if you know you've been wanting to work with me on a level that you're not an entrepreneur, maybe you're not a business owner, but you know for a fact that success is in your DNA. If you know for a fact that your limited beliefs is keeping you behind. If you know for a fact that you've been called to build generational wealth and break generational curses, but there's something that's holding you back. Or watch this, if you know that accountability is what you need. Remember I told you accountability is. Is somebody forcing you and ensuring that you do what you know you should be doing? Come on. If that's you, I want you to drop it in chat. Listen, for the entire year, you're going to get monthly coaching with me. For the entire year, you're going to get monthly activations with me. For the entire year, you're going to get support. You're going to get accountability. And hear me, guys, it is not a business mentorship. This is open for anyone and everyone who wants to elevate in every area of your life. If that's you, I want you to drop in the chat, comment the word elevate. If that's you, put it in the chat. Listen, I'm going to drop the price for you all tonight. Guess what? For the entire year, it is only $5,000. It is only $5,000. And watch this. I have a company that will pay for it for you up front. So before y'all hop off real fast, let me just drop that plug. If you know for a fact that you have a hard time investing in mentorship and coaching, if you know for a fact that this is something that you need all year, but you cannot afford it up front, it doesn't matter your credit. It doesn't matter your income. Everybody is 100% approved. All right. Everybody is 100% approved. And if you want to join in tonight for the 5K offer, they will pay for it for you up front. You're only going to make some small payments every single month. I want you to drop the word elevate in the chat. You have to apply tonight. If you don't apply tonight, it's going to be $7K. After midnight, it is $7,000 for the year. But the first people who join in tonight, I'm going to put it at $5,000. But you have to jump in. If you know for a fact that you want this company to pay for it for you up front, and your credit is not a factor, it doesn't matter if you have a 300 score, a 600 score. It really doesn't matter. All it matters is if you are ready to say yes. Cedric is dropping a link in the chat. I'm going to drop a link in the chat as well. But if you comment the word elevate, my team is going to personally inbox you as well. All right. Also, we're going to have the link come out by email. But remember, after midnight, I got to take it up because I'm going to release it to the public on Monday. All right. Remember, this is not a business mentorship. The Elevate community is for the everyday person. We're going to transform our ways of thinking. Listen, our ways of speaking. Listen, if joy, peace, and happiness is something that you want, that you desire abundance, you desire to know that lack can no longer be your portion. Maybe listen to me. Maybe you're somebody that's saying $100 is a lot to me. $1,000 is a lot to me. But I'm going to ask you guys this. This is something that my mentor asked me years and years ago. He said, Brianna, would you not invest $1,000 in yourself if you're looking to make $1,000 a day? He asked me, how much do you want to make a day? I said, I really want to make about $1,000 a day. This was a couple years ago. I said, well, no, my goal was $100 a day. And he said, I want you to say $1,000. So I said $1,000. He said, now, let me ask you a question. If I show you how to make $1,000 a day, 30 days, that's $30,000. He said, you mean to tell me you wouldn't invest $10,000 into that? You could make $1,000 a day for the rest of your life? I said, whoa. I had to think about it there because at that time, poverty was still in me. And I said, whoa, I see the mechanisms now. I see the principle now. I can receive because I give. And I can't demand myself to elevate to an area that I haven't physically sown to go into. Hear me. And so that principle from that one conversation absolutely changed my life. Listen to me. I've never, ever been in a place. Put ready in the chat. Yes, I see y'all put elevate. Love you. I've never, ever been in a place in my life where I am right now where I understand that things don't happen because of me. Things don't happen to me. Things happen for me. Every single thing in my life is happening for me. We're going to dominate our year next year. Next year, hear me now. For those of you guys who are joining the Elevate community, I see you coming through. 2024 will be the year that you dominate. 2024 will be the year that you crush your goals and reach new heights. 2024 will be the year that you break all limited beliefs. Watch this. I want you to hear the words that I'm saying. 2024 will be the year that the things that was holding you back, you analyzed it, you found it, you identified it, and you broke free from it. 2024 will be the year that everything in your life changes. Everything in your life shifts. 2024 will be the year that the things that you've been holding back on, listen to me, the things that's been holding you back. See, you got one of the success principles that I teach is you got to know what you want. And sadly, a lot of people don't know what they want in life. But if those of you who are ready to elevate, you know what you want. Listen to me. I gotta go, guys. I thank you guys so much for your time on tonight. This masterclass that I do annually, I'm telling you right now, I get so many testimonials. So many testimonials for people saying, you know what, I'm gonna just throw the whole goal list away, the whole New Year's resolution away. Why? Why am I throwing it away? Because I didn't have my mind. Mind work is the biggest work that you must do. Mind work is the biggest work, Miss Valerie Gale. It's the biggest work, Shalana, that you must do. Hear me. Every millionaire has told me, Kira, the mind work has to come first. If success for you is hard, it's because the mind work hasn't been done. If it takes too long, if it feels like work to you and it doesn't feel like passion to you, if it feels like something is not always working out, something always coming up, guess what? Mindset work hasn't been done yet. The belief system hasn't been established yet. Because what's in you is what's going to come out of you. And that's how results work. I love y'all so much. I'm excited. The Elevate community is going to be absolutely powerful. You guys know I have the Business Bootcamp Academy for entrepreneurs and business owners. I love it. We have a full portal where I teach success development. I teach funnel sales strategies. Listen, everything. But I realized so many people come to me and they've asked me this month, people have asked me over and over again, Brianna, I don't have a business, or, I'm not interested in that, but I just want to work with you. How? This is how. You can join the Elevate community. It's going to be absolutely powerful. All right, guys, go ahead and click that link. For those of you guys who want to join, click the link and go ahead and put your applications in tonight. Remember, after midnight, it's going to be $7,000 for the year. I do have a company that's going to 100% pay for it up front. No credit check, no income verification. Everybody's 100% approved. If I were you, I'd make that move. If you can't invest $200 a month into yourself, I don't know what you'll invest. If you cannot invest $200 into yourself, I don't know what you can invest. Somebody said the link is not active. Well, I got some people coming in. I got some people already applying. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and let's send her that link in her inbox, team, so she can get that link. Because I see some applications coming through. So I don't know what's going on with the browser, but don't worry. We're going to make sure you're going to get in. We're going to make sure everybody tonight get in. Who else is trying to hop in? Marlene, I definitely want to see you there. Marlene, multi-millionaire coach, life coach, speaker. I definitely want to see you there. I definitely need to see you a part, Marlene, in the Elevate community, for sure. For sure. Guys, we got some places to go next year. Hear me. We have some places to go next year, Joy. We got some places to go next year. I got places to go next year. I want you guys to hear what I'm telling you. I got some places to go next year. And I'm going. I already know how I'm going to get there. It's already been paid for. Listen to me. I've already invested in myself to know that everything that I pour into myself, every seed that I've sown to invest in myself is the key to making sure it happens. The only way it wouldn't work if I don't work it, because success has been given unto me. Let's go. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I got to go. I love y'all so much. I thank you so much for joining. Remember, if I don't see y'all no more by the end of the year, I want you guys to have the blessed holidays. Spend time with your friends and your family. Remember that the reason for the season, of course, I love this season because I get to be with my family. I had a phenomenal time with my church family on yesterday. And I'm excited. I'm excited that I don't work for money. I'm excited that my life, every single day, I have freedom. I have financial freedom. I have time freedom. I have mind freedom. I'm not stressed. I'm not burnt out. I'm not worried. I don't have a worry bone in my body. And guess what took me there? Mind work. Guess what took me there? Mind work. I realized that wherever I want to be, the level that I want to achieve, is absolutely going to happen because I see it. I see it. The only thing I need to do is see it. The only thing that I need to do is see it, and everything else is going to work in my favor. So listen, I love y'all so much. Congratulations. I see a lot of y'all have already put your applications in. We got you locked in. Remember, by midnight, guys. By midnight, if not, the price is going to be $7,000 for the year. But to join the Elevate community, it's a one-time fee. It's no monthly fees on the inside, just monthly fees to pay back the company that's paying for it for you up front. And every single month, you're going to get the support. you're going to get the accountability, and you're going to get the strategy to make sure that success comes easily and frequently to you in Jesus' name. Listen, I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all. Have a happy new year. Have a safe new year, and let's go. It's time.